Imagine a man from a quiet town in northern Italy who crossed oceans, learned Tamil so deeply that he wrote an epic in the language and was later called Veeramamunivar, meaning the courageous sage. This is the remarkable story of Costanzo Beschi. Hello everyone, I am Simone and welcome to my channel. Today we will follow the incredible journey of this Italian who became Tamilian, his words, his daily life among Tamil people, and why a foreigner came to be remembered as one of their own. To understand Beschi, we must step into the South India of the early 18th century, a land where European powers and Indian kingdoms coexisted, sometimes peacefully, sometimes not. Along the coasts, the Portuguese, Dutch, English, French, and Danish had already built their bases. The Portuguese anchored themselves in Goa from 1510 and built mission and trade networks across the coasts. The Dutch took control of Pulicat and Cochin, turning them into fortified trading hubs, along with many other factories and forts on Coromandel and Malabar coasts. The English founded Madras, today's Chennai, in 1639, and the French established Pondicherry in 1674. Even small European nations built their outposts here in India, for example Denmark, with the base of Fort Dansborg in Trankebar, today's Tarangabadi. One fascinating fact is before British Madras even existed, Sao Tome de Meliapore, today part of Mylapore neighborhood in Chennai, was already a Portuguese base. It was built in 1523 over what was believed to be the tomb of the Apostle Thomas. This made Chennai one of the oldest Christian hubs in India, long before the British arrived and Madras was founded. But the Europeans mostly controlled the coast. Inland, Tamil Nadu was ruled by powerful Indian states. The Madurai Nayaks had long dominated the south until around 1736. Tanjore was under the Maratha Bhosle dynasty, and the region around Ramanathapuram was ruled by the Setupatis. Smaller chieftains, known as poligas, governed local districts, maintaining armies and courts on their own. This was the diverse, complex political world that Beschi entered. Meanwhile, Jesuit missions, like the old Madurai Mission, first founded by Portuguese efforts, were active in the interior. One of the earliest missionaries there was another Italian, called Roberto de Nobili, who set an example by adopting local customs, learning Sanskrit and Tamil, and dressing like a sannyasi to earn the trust of the people. Beschi would later follow the same path of cultural adaptation. Now, after this brief historical introduction, we are ready to proceed to the main part of the video to answer the main question: who was Costanzo Beschi? Costanzo Giuseppe Beschi was born on November 8, 1680 in Castiglione delle Stiviere, a small town located in northern Italy, approximately between Milan and Venice. He joined the Jesuit order in 1698, where he studied rhetoric, philosophy, and theology. After being ordained, he asked to be sent to the Madurai Mission in India. In 1710, at the age of 30, he set sail and arrived in Goa. Then he traveled south to Madurai in 1711. For the rest of his life, meaning for more than 35 years, Beschi lived and worked across Tamil Nadu, in Madurai, Tanjore, Ramanathapuram, Tirunelveli, and along the Malabar and Coromandel coasts. He died in 1747, and his remains rest in the Church of St. Francis Xavier in Sampalur, Kerala. Following the Madurai Mission tradition, Beschi immersed himself fully into Tamil culture. He did not just learn Tamil language, he mastered it. He studied its grammar, its poetry, its idioms, and wrote with such fluency that even native speakers admired him. He adopted the robes of a Hindu ascetic and lived among villagers, poets, and scholars. On top of that, he also studied Sanskrit and Telugu to better understand local philosophy and religious traditions. Beschi's ability to engage with Tamil scholars and poets on their own terms earned him a deep respect. Beschi's mission wasn't confined to churches and classrooms. He traveled from village to village, teaching, preaching, and settling local disputes. He became a trusted figure, a priest, a teacher, and a mediator. He wrote poems that were recited publicly and participated in literary debates. His linguistic work, composed by grammars, dictionaries, and teaching texts, helped both missionaries and local students. Beschi even improved Tamil printing conventions, making the language more accessible in print. To many Tamilians, Beschi wasn't a foreigner, he was one of them. But his deep involvement with local life came with risks. Around 1714 or 1715, he faced serious persecution and was even sentenced to death. The reasons were complex: religious rivalries, local politics, and suspicions toward the foreigner who dressed and lived like a Hindu ascetic. Jesuit letters describe how Beschi was captured and condemned, and nearly escaped execution, saved, it said, by the intervention of a local Hindu friend. The details are fragmentary, but the event became a key moment in the lore surrounding the figure of Veeramamunivar. Beschi's legacy rests on his literary brilliance. His masterpiece, Thembavani, written in 1726, is an epic poem in Tamil about the life of Saint Joseph. It blends Christian themes with Tamil literary forms, drawing on the style of classic works like the Kamba Ramayanam. Beschi used local imagery, landscapes, and poetic devices to make biblical stories feel at home in Tamil culture. He also added prose explanations to make his epic accessible to general readers. Thembavani was celebrated by Tamil poets and earned him the title Veeramamunivar, the courageous sage. Today, it stands among the great classics of Tamil literature. Beyond Thembavani, Beschi wrote grammars, dictionaries, and even a Tamil Latin and Tamil Portuguese lexicon. His innovative Chaturakarati, a 4-part Tamil dictionary, categorized words by meaning, rhyme, and poetic function, centuries ahead of its time. Beschi's efforts and love for Tamil language also influenced the typography. He helped standardize characters and punctuation, for example, by introducing the systematic use of the pulli, the dot marking pure consonants, and clearer marking of long vowels, two aspects that shaped Tamil printing and education for generations. He also translated parts of the Tirukkural into Latin, introducing Tamil ethical thought to Europe, one of the earliest cultural bridges between Tamil Nadu and the West. Beschi's footprint remains across Tamil Nadu. His tomb lies in Kerala, but his memory is very much alive in Tamil Nadu. Statues of Veeramamunivar can be seen on Chennai's Marina Beach and in several churches and schools. He is remembered not just as a missionary, but as a Tamil scholar, poet, and symbol of cultural unity. Many Tamilians regard him as one of the founders of modern prose in Tamil. So why did the Tamil people accept an Italian as one of their own? Because Beschi's love for Tamil wasn't superficial, it was genuine. He didn't just translate ideas, he lived them. He wrote in Tamil, spoke in Tamil, and taught in Tamil. In Tamil culture, anyone who contributes to its language and poetry earns belonging, no matter where they're from. Beschi, the Italian, became Veeramamunivar, a Tamil poet, teacher, and sage. The story of Costanzo Beschi reminds us that identity isn't fixed by birth. It's shaped by language, empathy, and commitment. He crossed cultures not by power, but by understanding. If you heard stories, poems, or songs about Veeramamunivar, share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Tamil literary history, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.